Hello, hello, hello. You're seeing just me and no one else for a little bit because I'm here to tell you a little bit about what you are about to see. Uh, I have been doing TTRPGs for a very short period of time, coming up on, I guess, the 1 year anniversary with Imani's Juneteenth celebration again. So if you haven't already been keeping an eye out for that, it's right around the corner. Um, but I've just recently been learning OBS, DaVinci, Twitch, overlays, all those fun things. Alongside the learning process also comes tech gremlins. So, unfortunately, I lost. We lost. We both lost the audio and the video for Keoko, who plays Gabby at Marisol. I reached out and asked if she would be okay trying to like dub over herself, and then my brain got really overwhelmed, so that just didn't happen. Uh, the captions are still working appropriately, so if you would like to read along, I understand. It just kind of sucked because you miss an amazing scene between Gabby and Mason and see a sort of tryout. You'll get to see one half of that interaction or two-thirds of it with me GMing, and again, you can read along with the captions, but unfortunately, no audio and video. And instead, you just see a beautiful photo of Kay, the little headshot that we were given in order to like promote the series. So I know that I said last time that I fixed all my tech problems, but I guess I'm a dirty, rotten liar because this episode, and potentially, unless I can get my life together, uh, episode 6 will also be the same way because I recorded them in batches, y'all. Episode 7, though, I promise. It's good. I've already seen it. It's solid. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get into the episode itself. Thank you all for joining me on this journey, for being so kind and gracious. Anytime I've been like canceled or, yeah, no, there's some tech problems, you've all been so nice to me. So I'm new to this space. I'm learning, I'm growing, we get a little better every day, we keep it pushing, and you all are not going to miss out on seeing at least 3 of the other amazing performances by our kids. So for Rashade Bond, Keoko, Valmina, and Chris, the champion. Sorry that the episode wasn't as beautiful and as complete as the performances you all put on, but thank you all for sitting at my table and having a wonderful time with me. Without further ado, we will get into this week's episode, episode 5 of Kids on Bikes, Marlin Mayhem. Enjoy, y'all. Of Kids on Bikes, Marlin Mayhem. I am Ariel. I'm one fourth the Find Out crew and your GM for this session and all sessions moving forward. We're going to start popping around directly into our cast. I will let the kids introduce themselves as they do so well, moving in alphabetical order as we do. Chris, kick it off for us.
Hello, I am Chris, also known as Chris the Champion. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing Mason Miller, your Brutish Jack.
Moving right along to Kay. Continuing on, Rashad.
Hi, my name is Rashad Bond. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Demarcus Evans, our plastic beauty.
All right, last but certainly not least, Valmina.
That's me. Hey everyone, Valmina. Pronouns are they, them. You can find me on the internet most places at Valminotaur. And today I will be playing Di, the conspiracy theorist. Pronouns she, they.
Perfect. All right, so a bit of a recap from last time. We found our kids sort of split into 2 groups, well, one large group, with Di at the welcome back event with her parents, little brother getting shown around the school, before getting a chance to catch up slightly with one Gabby, who'd been talking to Miss Reyes about a potentially volunteering at the Pumpkin Palooza, the first event of many coming up from the Civilian Restoration Group, led by Miss Marianne Manning. We also saw a very excited DeAndre and his older brother Mason. Mason stopping by the wrestling booth, rubbing elbows a little bit before making sure that his 2 friends, Arthur and Marcy um, had plans for the evening, deciding after the event to sort of take off and head down to the dockside, where skipping the welcome back event altogether, we found Demarcus as the MC, the host of the evening, for a small get together, which turned into a rager, one which eventually was broken up by the cops, leading to everyone kind of being almost given MIPs before a very impressive roll got them all off scot free, including Gabby's older brother, Leo, who was there, who ended up not picking them up after school like they were supposed to after the event, getting yelled at, grounded, and becoming a personal chauffeur for the month. We are starting back the day after all these wonderful events went on. I want to stop briefly for two of the people whose parents caught them at this party who were maybe engaging in a little underage drinking. Mason, your dad was happy when he came home, got an offer for a job, and then spilled alcohol on your breath. You did have a chance to talk to your mother over the evening. What do you think that morning conversation looked like, and what punishment are you facing?
Um, it was definitely one of those we're not mad, we're just disappointed, but also we're mad talks. um, the punishment that was handed down was that they will not be recording Monday Night Raw for me for the next 3 weeks because they know it's one of the things that brings me lots of joy, but I have to learn my lesson somehow. Yeah, they won't be sacrificing their TV time to record my little show for the next several weeks. And it will break my heart, but I'll have to learn to be better.
Oh, what a punishment! Cut right to the core. Does your brother have anything to say to you as far as being disappointed? Those of you who don't know, uh, DeAndre Miller is on the safety patrol and values following the rules.
Yeah, I had to listen through a long lecture from D about how we're supposed to follow the rules. The rules are there to keep everybody safe and to make sure no one gets hurt, like Dad did at work. Just it went on for ages, and I kind of sat there and listened to him because he wasn't wrong. But yeah, he talked my ear off for a long time about safety and rule following.
Awesome. The younger brother becoming the older brother for a moment. Okay.
Yeah, it's only a little bit embarrassing.
Demarcus, your dad's down at breakfast, maybe not something that happens all the time. We did somewhat mention, he said, if you can't get it together, maybe you bring back a nanny or house arrest. What did your punishment look like the next day? How'd that conversation go?
My dad is not so much disappointed, but biblical fury. Um, so I am grounded. Um, all my fun credit cards frozen, all my money like gone.
The
If I
rich kid
haven't
grounded.
like yeah, rich kid grounded. Like if I haven't earned the money myself, because I have helped him a couple times with like songs and things like that. If I haven't earned that money explicitly myself, then it ain't my money no more. Um, so I yeah, I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah, two very different punishments for two very different children. We can head on over. We'll start our day. We all know that your mornings look a little different, families look a little different, houses look a little different. For Gabby, at least, you are being taken to school like most mornings by your big brother. A little different today because again, this is not just a regular ride to school. This is a punishment ride to school. How is The pettiest of little sisters. I have a
Yeah.
question for you. Are you someone who cared about or anything at all, wanting to know like who threw the party? Do you want to know who invited him and like if who the cause was, or are you just worried about making sure he knows not to do it again? Okay. I think your brother would have known. So then you all are aware that, yeah, Demarcus threw a rager and is somewhat not the cause of the problem, but maybe the instigator, the initial spark for that going on. So as you pull up to school early that morning, he actually asked to leave maybe even a little earlier than normal to like avoid your parents as much as possible. So there are a few students milling around the front, but because you're a little early, you see something maybe some of the other kids won't see. There are three very large, like unmarked black vans at the school. They're parked close to the Performing Arts Center, or the PAC, as most people call it. Um, and they're sort of like hauling equipment back and forth. You're seeing a lot of these black cases, different sizes. Some are in people's hands, some are being wheeled on large carts, are being carried between two folks. And you also see talking to Vice Principal Carol is the SRO officer Daryl Rutledge, sort of a stocky ginger man who is just way too harsh on what is essentially minors. But that is his role in the school, and they're sort of facilitating this moving of equipment. Okay. Hmm. Are you being secretive at all, or are you just like, this is interesting? Okay. Okay, so there's a little blurry, but you getting a little closer to maybe take pictures. I'm gonna have you make a roll for something and see how much of this conversation you can hear. This is. Are you more interested in the conversation, or are you less interested in the cases? Okay, like for reference. Okay, I think you're kind of a sneaky kid. This won't be too much. I would like a. I'll give you two options. As a matter of fact, I'll give you brains to see if you can like determine the underlying thing that parents are saying, or maybe the charm as well. To if you can't hear what they're saying, catch a read on their body language. It's going to be a DC 11. Just explode three times, no big deal. Yeah. Do you have any adversity tokens? Have you ever failed anything? Failing by one will get you a little. That'll be your choice. You can fail by two or fail by one. I will say, at least on my sheet, one negative one or failing one to four isn't going to change what the outcome is. It's still going to be a fail, but not too badly. Might have some short term consequences. So that's what we'll do for your little failure. You are going to catch a bit of information, very specifically. The SR officer Rutledge is talking to Vice Principal Horton kind of relaying information from the dudes in suits, the people who are like in these work uniforms, chucking in and out. And what you hear is that they're talking specifically about um, the grates that are in the PAC, like that lead to the sewer system in the back of the staging area. It's not the newest school, so there are still some parts where you're like, yeah, this feels like it should be an external drain that is fully inside. Oh my god, did I just lose? Okay, that I just lost service for a second. But for your minor consequence, a little bit, they are Miss Horton is going to see you in the bushes and kind of, yeah, young lady, what are you doing? What are you doing in there? Please come out. You give me a charm roll. You were lying through your teeth.
Oh,
I'm sorry, and I'm just my fault. I didn't give you the
Yeesh.
difficulty anyway, but I promise that doesn't. Stretching, really, stretching. Okay, well there's a gymnasium for that. You know, this is not the appropriate place to be standing in the bushes, especially not this vitamin. Well, there's less vitamin D in the bushes. I'll tell you that. There's more shade and less vitamin D. Well, how about you go inside and you start working on school? I'm sure you have some homework or some extra studying you could be doing. You've he is glaring. Vice Principal Horton is glaring at you as you walk away.
Not the bronchitis.
Beautiful. Uh, so a short while later, as students begin to pour into the school, Di, I have a question for you first and foremost, like so many others. Have you been keeping that water with you? Those of you who are not here for our first episode, there was some water under the river earlier that Diana got down and took a small sample of.
Yeah. Sure. Let's say I have it with me. Yeah. It is now in, because like I think I had it in like a little vial. I've probably put it in like a couple more like Ziploc bags and maybe like I don't know, like an old, was Hot Topic around back then? 1994.
Oh, I don't know.
We
I
said
feel
this
like
was.
90s Hot Topic.
You know, like an old Hot Topic bag. Or like a Spencer's Gifts. I feel like that at least would have been around.
There's some, yeah.
For sure. Yeah. But just like the idea is like I want to keep it light, tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
okay. So
yeah.
you're I see you standing in this breezeway, and the last time you were thinking about trying to get involved. So there is a between the two lower and upper schools, a very large breezeway that walks by. There's this bulletin which is encased in a sort of plastic covering that you can look through, and as you're looking at it, there is information for a few groups. There is the things you already know, like band, choir, which you were a part of before, the robotics club, and college prep classes. There's also the largest poster, sort of in the middle of all these other ones, almost covering some others, is assigned for the JCRG, or the Junior Civilian Restoration Group, that's talking about all the festivities they have planned. Come out, come get involved, volunteer. Specifically looking for people signing up for the Pumpkin Palooza, their first festival coming up in a few weeks in October. They're also looking at someone who wants to be part of the Riverwalk cleanup crew, which is very specifically walking in, they're planting trees and flowers, removing trash, scraping graffiti. It looks like they're turning the river, which was kind of a rundown area, into more of a waterfront green space. There's also student council, which says if you're interested in being a class rep or running, that Thursday after school is their first meeting. And those are your three. But as you are standing
Okay.
there, there's also like a shaking in your bag. And you have felt it as you've gotten closer to the school.
A shaking.
Yes.
Ariel, what's
A sort of
happening?
shaking.
Okay. Okay. Uh yeah, I think I'm gonna check that out because that's concerning. Um yeah, I'll stop in the middle of the pathway, kind of go rummaging through my bag. Is it the
The vial
vial?
of
Is that
water in
what's
your bag
shaking?
is shaking ever so slightly. Maybe when this morning you were like, no, that's not shaking. But the closer you've gotten to school, now that you're on grounds in this breezeway, it's kind of like it's very clearly moving.
Okay. Um, my first instinct is to grab my Trapper Keeper notebook to write this, to
You don't have your
document this,
Trapper
but then
Keeper
I
notebook.
remember I
Yeah.
don't have it. So then I rummage through my bag some more, find a Sharpie, and I just write on the palm of my hand what time it is and what location I'm at. And the fact that this is, I think I just write shaking. Yeah, because that's all I have space for on my tiny, tiny hand. Because again, I am 4'10". Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Documenting it. That's kind of perfect because I do
Mhm.
think, or especially early in the morning, as kids are starting to roll in, there are some individuals who are on duty for the safety patrol group. One of them today is a young DeAndre Miller who kind of comes up behind. Excuse me, moving along, ma'am. We can't be stopping here. And then, oh, hey! And he looks down at you as with a quizzical look as you're writing on your palm hastily.
Oh, hey, it's
DeAndre.
you're DeAndre, right? Yeah. Cool. Hey, sorry, I was just going. I just had to take. I just noticed something. I gotta. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go now.
here. Oh no, don't
Okay.
wait, hold on. And he goes in his bag and he is like, um, so before he left last night, we had to do like a final sweep of all the bathrooms and the gym and stuff. And I found this. And he hands you your Trapper Keeper. He does start to look very sad as he says, I'm so sorry. It was like this when I got it. And
What does it look like, Ariel?
as you start to look at
What
your
does it look
Trapper
like?
Keeper, it seems that whoever found it just straight vandalized it. There is markings on
No.
the inside where they just scribble on pages. It looks like gum has been stuck between some of them.
No.
Mean
Did they
words.
slash my red strings?
There are no strings.
My conspiracy
There are no
board? There's
strings.
no strings.
You're in what
No.
was it, like, almost like a thick
Oh no.
bullet journal type thing with material in it. It's still there. Looking at it, maybe 85% of your original work is there, but 100% of it has been vandalized. Like, it'd be hard to find a page that
Okay.
didn't have something on it, and some of them just have, like, "loser" written on them in really big letters. And he's, "I'm
Okay,
I'm so sorry."
I think you see Di really excited at first when they see the Trapper Keeper appearing, but then when DeAndre is apologizing and as I'm going through the pages, I'm just like my face falls. I think my whole body like sinks to the ground. I'm just like on my knees, like, oh, what do I do?
He goes to try to comfort you and maybe, like, touch a shoulder, but he doesn't really know. "I I'm really sorry. I didn't do you where's the last place you had it? Did
Did
you
you
see who took it or, like, what happened?"
where where did you find it? I think it was in the gym when we were all trying to get out
It wa
last night, and it dropped because of the cookie wagon.
a cookie wagon. I found it under the bleach.
Yeah, like the scouts, they sell
Oh, yeah,
cookies.
yeah, okay, a wagon that has cookies in it. Not okay. I thought it was like a cookie w that makes more sense. Uh, yeah,
um,
did you see who, like,
yeah.
where what happened?
I don't know. There was some some jerk from the swim team who like stole a box of cookies, and I was just trying to help, and yeah, I dropped the note. Well, he kind of hid it out of my hand actually,
He's on.
but like there was so many people, I just had to keep going with the
He was on
wagon.
this. My brother is on the wrestling team, and I think they all kind of like there are a lot of the sports people are all friends. I could ask. Do you want to come ask him with me? Or I could ask him. I could ask him later, in like a fully official capacity, doing an investigation.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, yeah. Thanks for finding it and giving it back to me.
Like, what a safety patrol officer does. I'm so really sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's not your fault. So
Okay, I gotta get back to you. Also, you can't stand
mhm.
here. I'm sorry. That's why I came over originally, because you're also kind of short, and I'm short, but you can't just be. It's a safety hazard to be squatting in the middle of a breezeway like this. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going.
Summer's kicking you out.
See
Sorry,
you,
sorry,
DeAndre.
sorry. And he's like apologizing as he like
Mhm.
walks away. Gosh, your interactions with him are so hard for me. So there is a light to sort of be found in this as you start looking through your trapper keeper. There does seem to be like on the back of it, like a sticker for the wrestling team or for the swim team, almost like someone has like labeled it like, "Ha, here you go."
Oh,
Just look at little emblems you can like
okay.
that are the outline of it, the same ones that get put on to like Letterman jackets and things. It's like a little swimmer's logo for the school. They might be worth selling for
Mhm.
swag.
Okay. And that's like the only thing that I notice about
If you
it. That's
if you'd
like
like to give me a
a
roll,
clue. Oh, yeah. Rolling dice.
it's
Let's
gonna be an
go. I
investigation, so I
can
think it's gonna be
use
brains. Yes,
brains.
please. We'll
Yeah.
set it's your journal, and you are very intimately familiar
Uh-huh.
about like so it's gonna be relatively low
Right.
DC. We'll call it an 8. Should be certain for characters who are very skilled at what you're doing.
Okay. I have not rolled well this campaign, but I rolled a 13 just then, so that means I pass.
Hey, 13's all it takes. Okay.
Hooray.
So when you're really getting a chance to look back on this and remembering when it flew out of your hand at the time
Mhm.
and seeing the sticker on the back reminds you very specifically of like the main kid who was pushing these stickers and really selling them, because there's a whole bunch of different things you can sell for him, but he was the one who's like putting them all over the place. He got in trouble for sticking them places that he shouldn't have been sticking them. And it is a young.
Okay.
Sorry, all notes. Uh, Solomon Glazer.
Glazer.
He is a
That's a villain ass name. I'm sorry. Solomon.
Solomon Glazer.
Right.
What's his own names? Yeah, he was like sticker crazy. That boy was putting them all over the place, and he's a sophomore. He'd be like, if anybody knows anything about these stickers, it's gonna be him.
And it's different from the swim team kid that I had seen.
Solomon Glazer has
Stealing
similar
cookies.
features. You know that he's kind of tall and that he's got dark hair and he's got
Oh,
a similar
okay.
skin tone. So yeah, you didn't see the face,
Okay.
but like could have been.
Right. Okay.
Why is it saying that was stopped recording? The remote browser is experimental. Continue.
Time
All right. moving throughout our day, it is Tuesday, is your second day back at school. So there's a lot of rumors that are flying around from the previous night and then also from this morning. So there's a fire alarm which went off. You know, tons of people were at a party. And then this morning, in culmination, everyone's seeing those like unbranded vehicles and kind of being unsure. So there's a lot of different rumors going throughout the day. So by the time Mason and DeAndre are having their, or Mason and Demarcus are having their first class together, this is the office aide. Demarcus is relatively used to this. It's been an office aide maybe for a couple of years since he's got into the upper school. But Mason, your coach wanted you in this one to make sure that you are not distracted with any extracurricular things like yearbook. And Miss Camacho has asked you, Demarcus, to like show him the ropes a little bit, explain how things go, and it sort of left you all to some basic cutting of large sheets of paper to be handed out as posters. What you're seeing on them is posters and flyers for the Junior Restoration Civilian Group and their first meeting on Thursday, which will be distributed in what's your first class? Not homeschool,
Homeroom.
homeroom of each day.
Homeroom.
And they're asking you to like just, yeah, giant sheets of paper that are like 8x8s and then cutting them so they can be given out to teachers and passed around, which is your next task, delivering them to school. How was your office aid period together?
So Demarcus don't do none of that usually. Like I'll get some things done, but usually I'll like leave and go go find people to hang out with, probably Theo.
Oh,
During office aid.
so you've been given a desk and you're just leaving?
Well, so I like explain it like, all right, Mason. So Miss, she be giving us stuff to do. But you ain't really gotta do it. She don't really care that much. So I usually kind of just like hang out until class is over. Sometimes like Theo's not doing anything in music, so I'll go hang out there.
Okay.
But really, just super chill. You ain't got to really worry about nothing in here.
Well, I'm a little bit worried about a few things because of, what happened last night.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of trying to stay on the straight and narrow from now on because this wrestling thing is big to me, and that's pretty much the whole reason why I'm in here to begin with. So
What you mean?
well, Coach Fulton thought I might be distracted if I had an elective that had me spending time outside of school. So he suggested that I take this office aid period. So I can remain focused on my athletic duties.
Wait, your coach made you change your glasses?
He didn't really make me. He said I should, and then I did.
Oh, I you do you, man. I that's why I don't do sports like that for real. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel you, like the whole straight and narrow thing. Like, again, she really don't care about that, none of this stuff too much. Like, it gets done by somebody eventually. Like, she's got like 3 classes of aids, and somebody in the later ones usually do it. So I'm just saying, like, you can chill if you really want to. You ain't really gotta like do that. Matter of fact, come on, and I'm gonna like open the door. Let's go.
Oh, do you want to go now?
Yeah, why not, man?
Okay. So Mason, he's
I'm
standing at the cutter, just like cutting the the posters. Um, and when he realizes that Demarcus wants us to leave, he like brings it down, and it's very uneven on this like stack of 5 that he was working on. And I'm like, you know what? I could probably use a break.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna like go into like what is the like the secretary's name again?
This is Miss Camacho.
Miss Camacho. I'm gonna like go into like her room. Miss, we're gonna go, like, we just gotta go to the restroom real quick. We be right back.
Oh, okay, sweetie. I'll be here when you get back.
Yep,
Of course.
we'll be
See ya.
right back very shortly.
and so we're gonna go.
You can. So you have a couple of options, honestly. Carver's obviously not available now, but you know that there's always a spot to hang out by the band hall in that breezeway with where you took Theo last time. You can head down to the locker room, and sometimes the coaches like out in the hallways between because their offices are back in the corner, like they can't see you back there. There are a number of places you can go to the library, be like, hey, well, no, we're just studying. Teacher came to give us. There's plenty of spaces if you'd like to find on campus.
Yeah, let's go to the band like hallway.
Good idea. I don't want to go anywhere where a coach might be right now.
That's fair. I mean, like your coaches really don't care, but like, yeah, we can go. Theo might be hanging out in the band hallway, so we can go hang out there.
Okay, you say coaches don't care, but you don't play on a team, so I they care a little bit. They care quite a lot, actually. They seem to have a lot of personal pride attached to how we do, so they can get a little crazy, but it's all good.
I mean, from what Taylor tells me, they don't care about like how y'all do in school as long as you making grades. They care about how you playing, right?
That's true. But there are a lot of them like to they like discipline. They enjoy discipline, but not gonna worry about it. Not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna walk with you to where we're going.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go to the band hall.
Okay. You're in the band hall. It is once again, if you want to try to like, you'd have to get Theo to come out since I don't think you snatched unless you have those packs, which we kind of established those get out of class passes in your bag.
I didn't grab one of those today.
Yeah. So you kind of walk by, maybe like Theo, like, huh? Like, not today. But there's a spot you can hang out that same little area by the band hall.
Are any of the practice rooms open?
Yeah, we'll say there's. Yes.
Yeah,
kind of down the hallway, like
probably find one. Yeah, find one with like a piano in it.
Okay. There is an empty space in a band hall piano a little further down. It's closer to like the far end to some of the larger spaces, far enough away from some of the regular band classes that you will not be heard. And there is a perfectly tuned piano. Keyboard. I don't think the school's got a piano. There's a keyboard in there. You got a Casio, my guy.
Those electronic stand-ups they do the job.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna like go into the practice room and be like, we can hang out in here. Like, usually unless someone needs the practice room, no one's gonna like bother you, and your coaches won't find you in here because I doubt they really looking for you in a music room.
Yeah, that's probably true. They'll probably be looking for me in the office, but again, not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, man, you're good. Like, aren't they teachers too? Don't they got classes and something?
Yeah, they do.
Then you're good, man. You gotta relax, my man. Like, one, so appreciate you for coming to the party. It was a chill time. I'm sorry that it got a little out of hand. Me and Theo was talking about it. We think Lance snitched on us.
Because you kicked him out.
Yeah. So we're gonna deal with that. We're gonna deal with that.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Don't ask too many questions.
Okay.
Just know Lance is not gonna have a fun school year.
You know, you're not gonna like hurt him, are you?
Nah, I mean, that depends on how much physical pain he'll get from like his car being destroyed. But like that's neither here nor there.
Okay, and with that, Mason's just gonna like pick up two symbols and pretend like he knows what to do with that.
I'm like, as like, all right, so hold on, and like I'm gonna like grab the symbols. That's not how you hold them, and I'm gonna like wrap them around my hand and show you how like you hold the actual symbols, and then like you like wrap it around a little bit so like you can like have a little more control over them. Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I play a lot of instruments. My dad made sure I knew how to play most things, so it's not a big deal. And then I'm gonna like start like goofing around on the keyboard a little bit.
Yeah, and Mason's just gonna gently like he's worried about someone hearing us in here, just like,
No, you're good, man. The rooms are soundproof.
Literally a performance.
Mostly.
It's a practice room.
Mostly soundproof. Mostly soundproof.
Then he does it just like slightly harder, just like. Psst.
I'm gonna like play some chords each time he hits the cymbals to give it a little musicality.
Let's do a little group charm. Let's see. Is that charm? What is playing instruments? It's not brains. Brawn, fight,
hope
flight,
not.
charm,
Charms. It
grit.
is my.
I think it's charm. It's like performancey to me. That's human interaction, and music is such a human thing. Together. Let me see how well each of you do.
What's the DC?
We're gonna make this different for each of you.
What's my?
Let's make it. Well, no, we'll do both. We'll take the average. I'm gonna make it a little harder because Mason is not the best performer.
Okay.
It was just symbols. An 11. If you guys can average an 11, we'll be all right. Just to see how well you're playing.
That's fine.
Got it.
Okay, that's solid.
I got a 4 on my D6 charm roll.
I got a 15.
That's 19 divided by 2, which is 9, right? 9.5.
He's not quite in rhythm, so like,
on the ones and threes.
It's a little janky.
You're trying, but it's just not making it. All right, so you have a bit of a crappy performance that just you two can hear. So you staying in there for the rest of your aid period and then sort of going on to your other classes?
For like, I show up like the last 15 minutes of class. That way, like, I'm still there. We'll like work the last 15 minutes before, like, get some stuff done before we go. That way we're not, we were working, you feel me?
Like cutting some of them.
Yeah, exactly. Mason. Did you see that frog again? This weird frog? I was like thinking about it because I don't know. I ain't got nothing better to do now that my dad took all my stuff away. You see your glowing blue frog or anything like that?
No, not since yesterday. No, I haven't. And I honestly hope I don't. I don't know what was up with that, if it was anything, but I, again, would just like to, keep below the radar for as long as I can.
No, that's fair. That's fair. All right, well, let's go ahead and finish this up and get out of here.
Yes, and Mason slides he slides the ones he cut slanted just down into the trash can and just continues cutting the rest of them.
So you managed to get through like maybe half of what Miss Camacho thought you were going to get through. But again, she's just like, thanks so much, y'all. Have a nice one. And lets you off into the halls. A little later in our afternoon, we're going to have Miss Gabby, who has been instructed by a teacher for good reasons this time to head down to the office and pick up some of those same flyers. They're being distributed amongst homeroom classes tomorrow, and she's asked if you go down and we'll sort of look at them and grab them for her. So you're going to, when you get to the office, some of the papers are cut a little better than others, but there is a nice little stack that's waiting for you. They all have labels for which teacher is supposed to get them and then to be distributed to each class. You are going to see something a little interesting in the office. How was your feeling with the vice principal after this morning? Are you still harping on that, or you're like, man, I'm over her? Okay, perfect. Miss Camacho is someone who you are a little more familiar with, who's not as nice to you as some other students, but she does see you when she gives you the instructions. Okay, so you can take this back to the class, but while you're here, would you mind distributing a few others? Your teacher called when you were on the way and said that the rest of the class is just going to be free writing, and apparently you're fine with your journaling, so second day class, not too worried. Can you take these to Miss DuPont, Mr. Jimenez, and Miss Reyes? So she gives you these 3 stacks, and just because of how they are laid out in the school, we'll do this kind of individually. Mr. Jimenez is first. He's the cross country teacher, and the other individual who's doing the pumpkin palooza with Miss Reyes, and as he comes in, um, and his class is somewhat also taking the last 10 minutes to relax, and he says, "Oh, hey, come on, you're Marisol, right? Miss Reyes was telling me about you." Well, she said not to. Okay, well, she said not to call you Gabby, and I wasn't sure, so just trying to be. I don't want to. I I want to start off on the right foot, and that's actually what I wanted to talk about. And he opens the folder and he pulls one of the flyers out, and he's like, "Have you gotten one yet? Have you looked at it? I know we're doing this tomorrow, but they're all over the school anyway, and this is just to double check. Uh, have you thought about the All Saints Day and the All Souls Day?" I I understand your want to follow rules. I appreciate that too. And he sets them down on his desk. Tell you what, I'll let you go today, but if you want to stop by on Thursday, we're having the first meeting, and it should be a lot of fun. Thank you.
Real.
It's me and Miss Reyes at first, and we're talking to a few of the other Latino students about getting involved. We don't have a lockdown list. Uh, Kenneth Ramos, Dustin Perez, and his younger brother Juan Carlos are two which we know for sure. The others, we're just asking individuals like you. He's so really. I was just that was. You're funny. I'm a teacher. I'm not afraid of a student. Why would I be? You're not even in my. What am I? You're. So you're gonna show up? Okay. Uh, Thursday in Miss Reyes' room, if you would like to. Okay. I won't keep you. Again, thank you for dropping these off. So dramatic. Uh, your next on your list is your favorite history teacher, Dustin DuPont. Oh no, that's me as the GM. I'm sorry. No, Kenneth Ramos is not doing this. Yeah, yeah, he's your favorite. This, for those of you who missed our first episode, was the teacher who kicked Gabby out of class after she called uh, Sarah Michelle dumb repeatedly.
Crazy work.
He goes and he opens the door and stands in front of it. Miss Reyes, Garcia. He holds his hand out. Miss Garcia, I have class. You can hand me my packet. Do I need to call down to the office and let them know you're refusing to give me the packet you've been instructed to tell? You were told I'm expecting my flyers. I need them for next class. For tomorrow, please hand me the folder which you were told to hand me. It's a very soft. I think I have to. I started my list before you were born, young lady. If you would like to be on it, feel free. He closes the door.
Oh my god.
Disrespectful. Okay.
Don't let Gabby have a supervillain arc. Oh my god. No one will be ready. No, that's what I'm saying. So valid. So valid. We're yeah.
Bully Scout thing really is showing itself. Oh man. Okay.
Keep her on this side.
You have one more packet to deliver is to Miss Reyes. Right on the edge. Okay. Miss Reyes' class is very rambunctious. You can kind of hear it in the hallway, but it seems to be that in different from other classes where they're in lined up in rows, she has put them together where they're facing each other into groups of like 4 or 6, and has got students who are sort of doing like group work together and activities in the way that you know her to do. And she says, "Oh, hey Gabby, come on in." Yeah. Hey, thank you. Yeah. Gently handed. Oh, these are those flyers for the Pumpkin Palooza. This is them. And you've been thinking about it all night and have decided, obviously, that you will participate at the booth. I'm speaking optimistically. You know, it's funny you're mentioning this because I was talking to the principal of Bandari about maybe this being a lead off or a jumping point for next semester and having a Hispanic union. We have the Black Student Union. This could be a spot for Latino students together, and it wouldn't be for the Mannings. It'd be for us in small groups in people's homes. I'm just saying, great minds think alike. That was my thought too. So be in both. There's no saying you can't. I know. Every time you talk, I think, this kid's got some ideas that are really going to change the future. And if you're talking about having a boycott, I mean, take take the reins. If you need a sponsor, I'm in. Right. So maybe next semester you start thinking about starting a group, being a leader that I know you're born to be. Every time you open your mouth, you prove yourself to be a leader. Okay, so not every time. Uh huh. Gabby? Gabby? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Make good choices. Okay. Gabby's energy every time gets me wild. Okay. Uh, so we can continue our day. It does seem like as school's going on, you reach further students. School's boring and this isn't Harry Potter, so we need to worry about what your classes are. You guys are doing well, you're doing poorly. I'll let you decide that later. For now, I would like to cut to after school, specifically to a very important athletics meeting, which was called by Director Steele, that mandated anyone who had any intention to be on the basketball team, wrestling team, or cheer squad for the next 100 years at that school had better be in their butt, better have their butt in the bleachers after school. You do have time to catch up with DeAndre and let him know there'll be a bit of a discrepancy since you all do ride home together. And he lets you know that he'll just be hanging out in the office in the safety patrol room.
Sick. All right. Well, don't go anywhere. Hopefully, this will be over quickly. I already know that I want to be on the wrestling team, so maybe I don't have to stay for the whole thing, but we'll see.
Oh, yeah, I'll just start on homework. It's fine.
By the way, Dee, yesterday you mentioned you might have a new friend who's cooler than me. Like, what's going
Oh my
on?
God, yes. I didn't even, oh my God. Okay. So, okay.
Thought I'd forget, didn't you?
Well, no, it's just something else is way more important than being cooler than you. So
Don't even understand that last thing you said. I don't even understand. But go on, go on.
So last night, when I was doing my final security sweep with the rest of the safety patrol kids in the auditorium, and we were supposed to be checking the bathrooms to make sure that there was no one in there, and then all the extra classrooms to make sure no one snuck away. And I was supposed to be underneath the bleachers, making sure nobody left any trash under there, wasn't hiding in there, because they close them up, and if there's somebody under there, they'll get trapped, and it's dangerous. And anyway, I found someone's binder, a trapper keeper, and it looked like someone kind of like messed with it, well, destroyed it. It's important to them, and they think that someone on the swim team might have had something to do with it. Could you look? You said that you didn't want me to be on the safety patrol, and I get that because like all the athletes and all the sports kids are cooler, but you didn't see the look on their face that some swimmer thought it was so funny to mess with somebody else's work. And just because you're really good at throwing a ball or running fast doesn't mean you're a good person. And I think one of the people on the swim team did something really hurtful, and they should be held accountable for it. Could you help me?
Okay. So you're right. Being a good athlete doesn't make you a good person. And as much as I would love for you to join a sport, swimming is not the one I had in mind, really.
That's not the
But
point.
I know. Here's my question. This was your friend's trapper keeper, the new friend you made like the other day?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you or her know who on the swim team might have done it?
Oh no, I froze.
Oh.
Yes, the new friend I made the other day.
Okay. And do you know who on the swim team might have done it? Did she see who it was, or
There was no, they didn't. No, I didn't. They seemed pretty upset when I was talking, so I didn't know like if. No, I didn't ask or
okay,
find out.
well, maybe if you see her after this little athletic meeting is over, we can talk to her together and find out if
Okay.
we can
Yeah,
do something.
I'll see if maybe, because I asked before and they were.
Uh-oh.
No.
our GM has disappeared. There
Yeah,
they are.
I will. The last thing you heard, but John Reed did say, yes, I will. I'll ask if they asked before and they kind of seemed like maybe they didn't want to talk, but we'll see. I'll ask
Did
for
you
more information.
did you tell her who I was?
Yeah,
Okay. Well
that's
then
when she started being like, well, maybe not.
oh, well I'm not used to that reaction, but sure. Okay. Don't want to be late. I'll see you
Yeah,
later.
cool. I'll be here. I'll see you later. And you leave him doing what you see him pulling out his backpack and starting to do schoolwork. Yes. No. Oh, the older sister. So yes, Sarah Beth Manning is a senior and she is the captain of the cheerleaders. Younger sister Sarah Michelle Galler is not in, as far as you know, any like sports.
Wait, are they really Gellers?
Oh, so not Gallers.
Is that real?
That's where the name came from, Manning. Sarah Michelle is so Sarah Beth is from a Rascal Flatts song about a girl who gets cancer. It's real sad. And Sarah Michelle is because of Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But they are Mannings, not Gellers. You have had beef with both sisters. The older sister, Sarah Michelle, is one of the cheerleaders, and the entirety of the cheerleading coach. And you probably word got around school. There are, like I said, 3 rumors. There was a party that got busted last night. There was a fire alarm pulled at the event last night, and this morning there were like black fans. So you for sure knew that all the athletes or 3 of those squads teams were going to be in the gym. So are you also in the gym? Oh my god. Okay. So you can kind of blend in you know what? These 3 teachers know who their students are. If you're trying to be in this place and not get like kicked out, I'm going to need a role from you. Oh, I did say anyone who has any interest in being.
Any interest? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god! And they stop you at the door. Rashad, you are muted. Whatever you're saying, I'm sure is hilarious, but I did not hear you.
Oh, I said, like in my experience playing sports, they say anyone who's interested, but when we have those meetings, if you're not already on the team, you don't get let in.
That was my athlete side. And I was like, because I know some people who were like, if they showed up for a prank or something, Michael should have been like, "You're not an athlete.
Get out.
You're a young man. You're." So in this instance, the role is going to be a charm role because knowing what I know about sports, those teachers are going to be like, "Really, you have an interest in sports, and if you'd like to come in." Charm role. You have a reputation at this school. You yell at teachers. You threatened them earlier. Call them. They know who you are.
No. Oh, no.
No. Go ahead, head home. Go ahead, head home.
It's fine. It's okay. We'll get there eventually. Can I show up as Gabby is being shown the door?
You bring her at the door, and there's some commotion. Little Spanglish. I think you're in an argument with Coach Dawson, the basketball coach, who's just like, Hey, I'm not putting up with this. All right, I know who you are. You're not gonna. You want to be. You want to be a cheerleader. You want to be a wrestler, or maybe you could be a wrestler. But we have standards in this space, young lady. Okay, because you seem so peppy. You're so cheerful, from what I've heard. You look so happy right now, full of school spirit.
And then Mason. So Mason walks up and he's like, can am I interrupting? Can I get in there? Is it okay if I just
See,
right
and he
past
turns
you?
around. This is a young man. This is a young man who's an athlete. This is an athlete right here. This is what commitment looks like. All right. This is what commitment from all these people inside looks like. Oh my god, in my head, Coach Dawson is white. Oh my gosh. He is going Yeah, he is going to okay, so here's I will he starts
Crazy.
tripping over himself. There's plenty of people of color. We have young black and Hispanic we got
Let the black
so
person in.
here's how we'll do this. If you'd like to take an adversity token for your first failure, go ahead and do so. And now that Mason is standing here looking so uncomfortable, I imagine, being roped into something you had nothing to do with. If you get if you want to roll again, I will let you do so. There's not a help mechanic. Yeah. What is your charm, Mason? Are you at
D6?
charming at all?
No, not at all.
I'm going to lower the difficulty level for this as well. If you'd like to help, since I don't know if you have adversity tokens, but it's because I love this pulling the race card. There's not a mechanic for that in this game. Pulling a race card is not a thing you can do in this game. So I'm going to lower the DC and I will allow you both to roll. And if either of you can hit a 4, he's
A
so
4?
uncomfortable. This man is so uncomfortable.
So I
He's also
do.
playing basketball.
Good.
His team is full of black people, and like if that's a
He's
line,
a
he has
bully.
to.
He was bullying a child.
So I have
Race
a
card.
thing called protective, which lets me add +3 to a roll when defending a friend. Would I be able to?
And
Because
in this
I'm tired
moment,
of.
do you
Are
feel
y'all
any
friends
sort of
yet?
friendship? Do you feel any sort of like
Um,
camaraderie? Because I mean, you're an older. Gabby is also sort of short. You are an older sibling, so I think I'd allow that. My one thing is going to look at the session 0 notes and see what your relationship is with each other. So it looks
oh.
like
Y'all don't fuck with each y'all don't fuck with each other. Y'all
so.
really don't like each other.
Oh no.
So it is for Gabby to Mason, it's a negative feeling. Gabby thinks you are trying too hard to be cool. And how far would you go to avoid being alone with this character? You said, when he tries to talk to me, I take a different route to class so that I can't be seen with this man.
Yes.
Going the
I
other
do remember
way,
that now.
it is also a negative feeling with Gabby. And I think you said,
No.
what would this character have to do to get you to forgive them? And you said a public affirmation
Public
of you
admission.
showing
Yep.
that you are amazing. You guys can't stand each other. No roll.
Ooh. That's not gonna work.
But I will allow a small scene if y'all want to. Chrissy, I mean, you could defend a coach from a student who you know is not an athlete. How you, who, how you, how do you
So the
handle this?
first thing Mason is gonna try to do is like, Coach, I can see things are getting a little heated right now. This young lady might have a point. I think it would probably be okay to just let her come in and go through the regular tryouts and processes of everyone else. Because the people who are supposed to be there will end up where they're supposed to be, and those who aren't, they'll figure something else out.
Disrespectful.
No, no, no. You're clearly very athletic. It's just that, team sports require team players. And you seem very independent. At that point, yeah, yeah. And which at that point, Mason turns back to coach and like, yeah, maybe we should just let her in. Just let her in.
Oh, you're better than everyone in there. Well, you know what? I tell you what. Let's come prove it. Come on in. And he starts to sort of like corral you into the gym space as and he points to you, go, sir, Melon, you can go on and grab a seat if you need to. We'll handle this down here. And he like gestures Gabby away. He's going to pull you over to the cheer coach. I'm going to split this really quickly because I need a bit of time to figure out what to do with Gabby. For Mason, you are in. You see that Marcy is sort of waving you over. She has got. She saved you a seat with her and Arthur, and she's like looking very excited. Like,
Okay, what? Hey, Art, Mars, what's up?
as you were sitting down, like before your butt even hits the stand, she's like, "Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear what happened? Did you hear what happened?"
I know what. Just tell me
It,
what happened.
it was Oren. He ratted us out, dude.
What? Why?
Yes. So you know when after he kicked him, after Demarcus is like, "Yeah, get out of here," and he like sped off in his truck, he hit the
Mm-hmm.
turn onto Main Street going way too fast. There was a cop like sitting on the corner, pulled him over, smelled the alcohol on his breath, and apparently he lost it because what's his face is in the car with him. Kugat was with him, and Kugat was obviously like buttoned up. You know Kugat, he's cool, but Oren like rolled on us. He started talking about having all those kids down there, and if he's gonna bust somebody, he should just be busting all of us. He ratted us out, man. So they had time to like get a bunch of other cars in. And you see he's not here. And if you look around the space, Oren is not in the gym.
Dude, what an ass. It was his fault he got kicked out in the first place. And
He's
what
saying he
was
quit.
why was Kugat riding with them? We're already in enough trouble because they weren't at the freaking welcome back thing yesterday.
That's my fault. Harkless, the other sophomore who was with him in the truck. Harkless was with him, and he's like, he didn't say anything because Harkless didn't want to get in trouble. But yeah, he's like,
No, that
yeah,
freaking sucks. Do you know
right,
we almost all got busted last night
yeah.
because of
Dude,
him?
we all did get busted last night. We just got off, but we got busted.
Speaking of which, what did your parents say when you got home? Was there anything?
Uh, I, I told my parents that I was sleeping at Becca's house, so I just ended up crashing in the treehouse out back and kind of snuck in this morning.
Oh, genius. I should have thought of something like that.
Yeah, you never want to go home the night of the party, so that even if something happens, you have like you can always sleep outside.
Oh, well, I went home and told my dad everything and ruined all his good news.
What? You told your parents?
Yeah, I told him. He
All right.
smelled my breath, and I'm not very good at lying. So, yeah, I told him.
Oh, dude, no. Okay, so uh, Marcy's a junior, by the way, and I think so. You're like, let me take it from someone a little older. You're sleeping over at someone's house, and even if you can't, you're sleeping in a backyard, or I slept in the bed of a truck once around the block. No big deal. Just don't go home. You know what I mean?
Hmm, okay. I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. For next time. Next time.
Okay. So, about Oren, we have to do something, right?
Oh, people are talking. Actually, he kind of needs to watch his back because, like, for the most part, I think some of the cheerleaders are talking about just like keeping his house maybe or like going out to lunch and riding on his truck, like snitch, like some rumors sort of thing. Like that's not a big deal. Uh, Paul Burke, and she like looks over at your 189 wrestler who's a junior. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
he's talking about like getting his cousins and jumping him.
What?
Yeah. So
Nothing is ever that serious. Is Bert
yeah.
like, is he crazy?
I know we gotta wait. Like, it's not a big deal. No one got in trouble, but like that's a little too much. Like part of it is if you're gonna party, you gotta be willing to get
Yeah,
busted.
yeah, I get it. I get it. Oh no. We lost our GM again.
Dang,
Uh,
dang, you hate to see it.
come back.
And now a brief word from our sponsors.
Marlin's in a brief. I can see the caption still going. Someone's like, after a brief message from the Marlins. All right. So yeah, his Paul Burke is talking about jumping Orin.
Okay, well, I was really, really hoping to have a good year, but that doesn't seem possible at this point. But I don't want to deal with Burke right now. I just kind of want to get on the track I'm supposed to be on. We just need to get through this night so I can go home and think about things.
Yeah, just like reset. No big deal. After all this, whatever, it's just gonna be some lectures, whatever. It happens after the first party of every year. No big deal. But like, I guess maybe because the cops got called, it was a little bigger. Whatever. It'll be chill. We're all cool. They can't. This is half the athletes in the school. For those of us who aren't in a fall sport right now, like we have spring sports, baseball's coming up next. Like we got track. If they got rid of all of us, then we'd have like no trophies this year. So we're cool. They can't get us all.
Nothing.
All right.
All right. Cool.
All right, we're gonna pop down to the gym floor where the cheer coach is standing with Coach Dawson. The cheer coach is Steele. The three people, adults who were in the gym are Director Steele, who was the head athletic director. Coach Dawson was the one who stopped you, Gabby, at the door. David Fulton is the wrestling coach, and Annabelle Myers is the cheer coach. You're sitting in a circle with Annabelle Myers and Coach Fulton, and he's saying, "Yeah, apparently this one here is better than all the people in this room, better than all your cheer squad, and better than all the wrestlers, all the basketball team. So I just thought maybe we could give him a chance to prove it. What do you say, young lady?" Very highly. How silly would it look for me talking about how good you are? Did they not have you show us right here and now just how athletic you are? Round off back handspring, step out, front handspring, step out, round off back handspring, full twisting layout. It's Bring It On, sorry. No, she's.
I heard it too. I was like, "Whoa, real!" she better get it because Gabrielle Union does not play.
Elijah Dushku hit that full twist. So she's gonna say, "Well, it's a real simple routine. You've been going to the school for how long? Or in least lower school. Surely you know our cheer by now for our homecoming cheer and our Marlin fight squad. So tell you what, we'll just play the Marlin fight song, and you can just give us a little performance. As you know, as a matter of fact, being better than all my cheerleader athletes, these girls could improv a routine just like that. Surely you could." She sort of like gets the hint from Coach Fulton. So here's my brawn is technically like specifically for fighting, but it's brute strength, and fighting is fighting, but it does involve like physical spell skills, and I would Characters with a high grit are able to keep level head in the worst of situations and keep their cool when pushed hard. I would say this is a. I will let you use grit for this. This is going to be a very high DC. This is a high DC. Don't thank me yet because you're doing it in front of I think there's about 50 students in here from all three of the full teams, even the people who were not at the party who have been called into this meeting. Um, Lots of athletic directors, and this is a very high situation. Let's see. Jesus. We're gonna make this a 14. This is a task that is where success is extraordinary, but possible if you're skilled at it.
I hate this. I hate all of this. You-
With the adversity tokens or without?
Would you have the?
I was about to say you gotta
Okay.
transfer
Right?
schools on that one.
I was gonna make you
Get 'em outta
SpongeBob
here.
rip your pants. It would have been bad. Um, okay, so what I say, 14? Hmm. Okay, so that's a fail by 2. That's not that's not bad. It is a fail. Um, so here it's a fail because you have talent. You are rhythmically gifted. You are pretty physically strong. And even in a moment where you're under pressure, you're performing. So maybe the high V isn't as high as it should be, but the attitude is there, the smile is there. And people are like, oh, kind of surprised until the end. What is your last like pose? Are you like a splits person? Are you like hands on hips? Your last beat. There's a bit of a wobble, not a full landing. Okay. So we'll say for our joint narration, it was a pretty good routine. A little wobble at the end, but you were solid. The crowd for a moment is silent after it happens, as people don't know how to respond before someone in the crowd goes and just giant raspberry as you're standing there. There's a bit of a chuckle that goes to the crowd, but it doesn't land as well as this person might have liked. And as you turn around, Coach Annabelle is actually a little impressed. He's like, walks over. Were you really wanting to join the cheer squad? Well, after that, you, I'm sorry, it's the first day, and I know people, I didn't think you, sometimes when we're doing pep rallies, you have sort of a spaced off look in your face, or you yell about how we're ignoring the true history of the land that we're currently on, and it's just, you didn't really seem like a cheer squad girl. I hate myself. she's going to say, Go ahead and grab a seat. This is important. You've probably heard about the party last night, and you're probably a little too young to have been there. But if you're really interested, brother was okay. Well, yeah, no, head on over. We're gonna just remind everyone about the behavior we expect from each person.
Yeah, Mason gives like a genuine little.
All right. The coaches all gather you around. It is a prattle that so many of us have heard before. Responsibility. The choices you make now affect your future. We expect more from you. We're disappointed. If we ever see it happen again, blah, 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 blah. And they start handing around a single sheet of paper, and one after another, all 50 students in this or in the gym stand up and read this little proclamation out loud. My name is such and such. I am an athlete at the West Valley Marlin School, and that I promise to devote myself wholeheartedly to athletics over and over and over and over again. Mason, you have yours, and it is your turn after Marcy's. Are you reading out and being honest and just like how you feeling when it's your turn to read this vow?
Yes, Mason reads it like he just joined the military. Just very loud and just hitting every single word like it's the most important word he's ever said.
Uh, Gabby, how are you reading this proclamation with your new maybe hope invitation to a squad? Okay, interesting. All right. As this lovely scene in the gymnasium winds down, we will say goodbye to all of our viewers at home. That is the end of our session. Uh, we're going to go through and let everyone know who you are, who you played, where they can find you on the internet, and then we will see you all again, same time here next week, Mondays on Find Out Productions. I am Ariel. I'm one fourth the Find Out crew. I use they, them pronouns. I have been your GM, and I will pass it down my line to Chris.
Hello, I am Chris, also known as Chris the Champion. I use he, him pronouns, and I was Mason, your brutish jock. You can find me only on Blue Sky at Chris the Champion.
All right. Moving right along. Kay. Pass it along to Rashad. Alphabetical.
Hi everyone, I'm Rashad Bond. He him. I was playing Demarcus, our plastic beauty. You can find me on Instagram and like most socials on at Rashad.bond. And yeah, I don't do I'm new to the TTRPG space, but you might find me in a couple new ones in the next few months.
And last but not least, Valmina.
Hello, I'm Valmina. My pronouns are they, them, and I played Die today, the conspiracy theorist. You can find me on the internet most places at Val Minotaur. That is Val as in moi, and the Minotaur as in the mythological creature at the center of the labyrinth, but not the David Bowie one. I am a regular performer on Don't Kill My Character, where I play in a Vampire the Masquerade campaign, as well as a monthly Mutants and Mastermind special. And yeah, I recommend just following the socials for that channel if you want to see when I'm going to be playing those next, because our schedule is a little bit up in the air these days. But yeah, I will be over there a lot. Yeah, thanks for watching today, y'all. This game has been so fun. I love sitting at this table with these fine folks, and I hope you have a great day.
All right. Bye, everyone.